Oh, it's green black walnut season. A lot of people are going to know nocino, which is the Italian black walnut liqueur. This is Vin de Noix, the French version. There's a number of different versions around the world. And first things first, we're using green, unripe black walnuts for this, but also maybe a couple other nuts. So there's nocino, which is Italian, ratafia, which is Spanish or Swiss, and then Vin de Noix, which is French. These are all black walnut liqueurs. I have a lot of experience making nocino. I have been making this for many years. I made 3,000 bottles of that one with a distillery a few years ago. That's the ratafia from France my mom brought back. So we're going to harvest green walnuts when they are tender enough that they can be cleanly cut with a knife. We do not want the shell to have formed. Basically, what can happen is they can break down and just become sludge in the jar and take a lot longer to age. And we're going to use a lot less black walnuts compared to nocino here. Cut our walnuts in half, put them in a jar, a little bit of lemon peel, and then gallium triflorum. Here's some other aromatics you can add that won't ruin it, that you can just kind of play around with. So gallium triflorum, I have videos about this. It tastes like vanilla. Fantastic plant. It's also weedy. Meadow sweet, tastes like almond. Neither of those will ruin it, and you can play around, and both of them are fantastic. You can also just add a little vanilla bean. So unlike nocino, where I use everclear or vodka, we're going to add red wine here. And we're going to add a couple bottles. And then we're going to add some brandy as well. So you want a nice big jar. This is like an old gallon pickle jar that I'm using. Now add a little bit of brandy. And you can see that I'm using a scale so I can, make sure I'm getting the exact amounts. I mean, once you start making it, you can kind of just not use a recipe, but definitely use one the first time. Maple syrup to taste. A lot of recipes use sugar. Maple syrup is what you want here. You could also use my black walnut molasses. I'll put a link to that in the video description if you want to do black walnut on black walnut on black walnut. Then a little bit of spices, a little bit of allspice, not a lot. Then we're just going to let that sit. And after 30 days, we are going to strain it. So that's what's called the maceration. Man, it's taken me like 3 years to do this. I kept doing like half videos and forgetting to video myself straining it. Finally, I got it last year. So just take that, discard the nuts, and they're going to put it into another vessel to age. And from here, you can put this directly into old wine bottles. That's kind of what is traditional to do with this. And now we're going to let it age for at least 6 months for the tannins to break. Now, here's a couple things to consider. First, black walnuts will basically stain everything, even glass. So make sure you can scrub the container that you put it in. And then I never add orange peel, cinnamon, star anise, or clove. It's going to make it taste like Christmas. Don't add it. You can also add different nuts. So those are butternuts. I have friends that have done it with hickory too. Now for a taste test. Good morning. I thought I'd do a little taste test for you. I have some nocino. This is from 2022. And some Vin de Noix, which is from 2023. So I already know that the tannins have broken in both of these. So I'll go ahead and try some. I can see my nocino is not jet black. Sometimes that can happen. I don't know exactly why that happens. I don't mind it. I kind of like the nice light brown color. But I'll have a little snit of that. Breakfast of Champions. Also, Grandma, if you're watching, thank you for the liqueur glasses. They're excellent. So how I will use these are going to be like a little drink at the end of a dinner. Between you and me, these dinners I charge a lot for. This will be like the final drink at the end of a meal where people are paying like $500 per person. Because this is a luxury good. Everything that you are foraging, this stuff is luxury goods that chefs would kill for, Nocino first, so much higher alcohol by volume. I use Everclear to make my nocino because you will always get like the strongest infusion of aromatics and anything else that's alcohol soluble if you use a high ABV grain alcohol or something like that. So I have to go to Wisconsin to get Everclear. Oh, so it's got a great nose on it. a little bit spicy, but we do not add cinnamon, cloves, or orange peel. Remember that. The best way to put it is the way my friend Mitch described it. It's like chewing on a delicious wallet. There is this like slightly fruity, leathery quality, but the leather is like delicious. I don't know how best to describe that, but the nocino's good. I thin mine with a little bit more water and maple syrup so that I can just sip it. Now I can see my Vin de Noix is a little bit more dark here because it contains red wine. Okay, similar nose, but it's deeper. And that seems so strange to me because the nocino includes many more black walnuts in the maceration compared to the Vin de Noix. It's like everything I like about the nocino, but milder, and you can just sip it, and it's just wonderful. So I've also had the Spanish ratafia. I've also heard that came from Switzerland, and that has less of a walnut flavor than either of these because there's a lot of other spices in it. It's good too. My mom brought me back some from Spain. But yeah, all day, I will pick Vin de Noix over nocino all day. So if you haven't tried it yet, do yourself a favor. It's Black Walnut season. Make a couple bottles of Vin de Noix and let me know what you think. There you go. Little breakdown of French walnut wine. Full recipes on my website. There's a link at the top of the video description for that. Thanks for watching.